Yes, brother, what are you saying? So, I wanted to make this video because I feel like in today's society, being a good person has just been forgotten about, right? Especially in this space. If you're someone who watches self improvement videos, consumes self improvement content, wants to better themselves, I feel like there's this obsession with being a killer, being this ruthless person. And there's no, there's just a correlation in all these videos, all these resources nowadays with improving yourself and becoming ruthless, right? But at what point, as a sort of society, I suppose, did we forget about the importance of being good people? I feel like nowadays people are too scared to be good people in case that gets confused for being a nice person. I'm not saying you should be a nice person. Be nice by all means, but don't be a nice person, right? Because being a nice person, I feel like being a nice person is associated with being a nice guy, right? One of those fucking big, fat, sweaty, Reddit dwelling neckbeards who peer pressures girls into trying to go on dates with them because they're such a nice guy and all this shit. You know what I'm trying to say, right? But being nice doesn't equal being a nice guy. Being nice is looking out for other people. Don't get me wrong, you should prioritize yourself. You should always prioritize you and what's best for you, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with helping others. There's nothing wrong with going out of your way to do something nice for somebody else, right? But I feel like that has been forgotten about in today's society, and I feel like as a collective of the AKA Jake channel, we should bring that back. We should bring back being good people to society because I feel like nowadays everyone's so obsessed with fucking each other over. Maybe not obsessed with. That's a bit of a strong word, but think let's think of it in terms of going on a night out in today's world, right? So you go out on a night out in today's world, have a few drinks, and somebody will be fighting. And don't get me wrong, that's always happened, but people go out now to look for fights. Whereas I'm sure that's always happened, but it seems like now 90% of people, the people who go out to clubs in the UK specifically, are looking for fights, looking for trouble. And at what point did that start becoming the norm? Like you see and hear all these stories from the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, let's say as well, where neighbours could just walk into each other's houses, and obviously that's weird nowadays. You wouldn't catch me just walking into my neighbour's house, but I feel like the fact that people used to be able to do that speaks a lot on the type of community that people used to have. There used to be this real sense of community in streets and with people that you knew, whereas nowadays it's like, when was the last time you spoke to one of your neighbours? It's like neighbours nowadays don't even want to know each other. And do you not think that's kind of sad? I feel like it's with this, like the resurgence of, or maybe not resurgence, the insurgence of phones and smartphones and this unnatural ability to be able to get online and see what so many people online are doing means that you don't really need to be involved within your local tribe anymore, like people used to have to be hundreds of years ago. But the human brain wasn't created to be able to have this ability to get into contact or see what thousands and thousands of other people are doing. The human brain, humans were only meant to be living in these small tribes, and yet nowadays people don't even want to talk to the neighbor. People would rather just pretend they're not there or scroll on the phone, and I just think that's kind of sad. And hopefully you're seeing a bit of a U-turn nowadays. I'm not sure if you're aware of Jimskin, the YouTuber. He's maybe not so much now in the last few weeks, but a couple of months ago he was everywhere in the UK. You couldn't go on social media in the UK without seeing him. I'm sure you've heard of him, and there are so many videos of him like helping old people when he's out and about and just talking to old people. Whereas I feel like in the past 5-10 years, especially people my age, I'm 24. I feel like most 24-year-olds go out, and if there's an old person, that 24-year-olds pretend they don't even exist. They look straight through them, and it's like it can't just be me who wishes that that old classic sense of community was still a thing, because it just seems like in the UK especially, everyone is so negative. Everyone is so quick to blame each other, to point fingers at each other, to fight with each other, to argue with each other, rather than help each other. And then people are confused why the country's in the state that it is when nobody's willing to even help each other out. I feel like it's just something to think about and something to try and integrate. If you're going to take anything away from this video, I think you should just maybe put in a bit of an effort to be kinder. It's something that I need to do 100%. Just be kinder to people, man, because you don't know what kind of day somebody else is having and what kind of positive impact you could have on their day if you're just nice to them, if you just put in that effort first. Because smartphones are driving us all apart, and I feel like we should all come together as a collective and make more of an effort to drive each other towards each other and return to that sense of community that we used to have back in the day. If you agree, subscribe. Even if you don't agree, then still subscribe, because I'm a beast and you're a beast as well. So yeah. Yeah, man. Definitely. Right. A lot of love, brother. I'll speak soon. Peace.